Welcome to Creative Evolution, the show that gives artists a real plan for long-term success. I'm your host, Josi J. Today we're joined by James Gilley, founder of the entertainment marketing agency ProMotion. If you've ever struggled with bridging the disconnect between musicians and venues, this episode is your blueprint. We're diving into how artists have to put in the work to put on jaw-dropping shows, the importance of setting clear expectations, and finding balance and organization amid the chaos of the music business. Success as an artist isn't magic. It's a strategy. Let's start the evolution. Can we do it? James, I am so happy you're here on the show with me today.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. How could I not? We've worked together so long now. And
yeah, I think we're going on, 4 years, 5 years?
4 years now.
4 years?
We've worked together for 4 years.
I remember when I first started with you guys were just building the band, and you weren't quite there ready for a show. You were still trying to find the missing parts. And I was just gung-ho about booking you guys gigs and getting you out there. And then you finally got all the missing links, and you had the other players that left and came and gone, and everything else. The band it is now is just absolutely incredible. And I love seeing you all play. The way the whole band grooves together, it's like a straight up church band, and then you got this white chick singing. So I'm excited to be part of your journey.
Oh, I'm excited that you're part of the journey, because if it wasn't for you,
Thanks for hiring my company for all these years. I hope that I'm pulling my weight for you all.
You definitely are. We've been with you for 4 years.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I feel like there's a lot of music companies that say they can do a lot, and they overextend themselves, and they do a lot of empty promises, and I really don't want to be that company for people.
Right.
So I try my best to make it all work.
Well, you definitely make it work. How many clients do you have now?
I had 3 on this past week, and actually a 4th one on Friday. I don't know. I think I'm sitting at 40-ish.
Oh my
40
gosh.
artists, and then I have 12 businesses off and on. Different things, maybe more than that. And then I have, of course, a lot of one-off jobs. We're going to be going to Mount Rushmore to shoot a music video at the end of this month. And
That's going to be awesome.
There's a lot of travel going on too. It's about to be a busy year. I'm excited for a lot of the people I work with, and I'm excited for you guys too.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited for you. That's quite the feat, having so many clients.
Yeah, when I was on Market Square, we were doing I almost had 70 artists.
Oh my gosh.
For 3 people, and it was quite stressful.
I'm sure it was.
I think we'll get into the whole Market Square thing, but being on Market Square was a great opportunity for me, but it forced me. I'm the only one that does any sales coming in the door. Any kind of money flow coming through this company is only coming through me. And I was forced to chase money so hard that I couldn't focus on my clients. So now being back working out of my house, and my associates are working from their homes, and they're coming in to work in the studio, but I actually have time now to focus on people, which is really where the difference makes up the difference. I might not be making as much money as I was down on Market Square, but more money brings complications that I've learned. So being around the 40 artist mark right now, it is a lot of work. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of work. And I'm the one that's on the conference calls and scheduling the things and booking the artist, and I'm talking to all of them constantly. And it is stressful. My associates, Josh, he talks to a few of them, and of course Sam talks to a lot of them too, because he's doing the social media side. But I'm the one that's actually on the phone and meeting them and doing things, so it's a little more intense on my side, but it's all balanced,
Yeah, so I'm sure you love working from home now, hearing what a weight has been lifted off of you, and you have that time and dedication to really put out quality work for people and really get to know them as artists too. I'm sure that makes a difference.
Yeah, so financially it's been great, to release that burden. It's been amazing, and my stress level has gone really far down, which has been really, really nice. Definitely having the open mindset of hey, I work out of my home. I do get, a lot of people say, I can't work out of my house. I need somewhere to go. I can't do this from home because I get distracted or whatever the case may be. fortunate, like I'm on it from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. I'm really on it. And I do so much off my phone. Like, I do so much off my phone that I could literally be anywhere. And then I now don't use any desktop computers. I have a laptop that I have screens throughout my house. I sit in this chair to like plug in real fast, and I work off of it, and I get tired of being in that chair, unplug, go eat, go do something outside, come back, plug back in, maybe like I'll be like in the studio next, I plug it in the studio, I'm just working in the studio, working at different spots in the house. You do have to keep your mind going and motivated, because you can just be like, oh, screw it, I don't want to work today. Flip on the game controller and just play video games for like 6 hours. And you're like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do, So I mean, like, there's ways to balance your time, But I try to really, my hours of work are weird. I'll just put it that way. I do love working from home. It's awesome. I forgot how much work it is to take care of this house. I felt like when I was on Market Square, I kind of let this place go, and now I'm just like constantly trying to catch up. And I think that is the problem with owning a home, just in general. It's like there's always things that can be done.
Always.
Like this door right here needs to be replaced, and it's been that way for like 2 years. I'm like, I need to go replace that door. It's been brought up in some conversations recently. I need to fix that door, so.
Yeah, I understand that. And owning a house, like you said, there's always something to be done.
There's always something.
Always.
Never stops.
It's never ending, like laundry and dishes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I definitely use the dishwasher more and more. I try to fill it up and then hit go,
So you're a dedicated business owner, and you clearly have so much drive because you're able to work from home, and like you said, you can get so distracted that way. So you have to have that drive and that
junction.
Yeah.
Movement.
Yeah, you definitely do. You're definitely motivated because 40 clients, multiple employees, some interns.
9 years. We've had this business for 9 years, which is crazy.
Going into year 10.
Yeah, year 10 next January. On the January 18th, 2027 will be year 10.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is crazy to say that.
Well, before we get back into this, you want to listen to some local sound?
Yeah, let's check it out.
I've been lying to myself all this time. Painted colors on my face, I'm redefined. Oh, breaking inside. Oh, I didn't know your kind. What do I really see when I look in your eyes? If beauty were alive, it would be disguised. watching me through the night, and now I'm scared for my life. Thank God now I see the red light. Driving down this Nashville highway, blinded by the lights. My friends got a little too drunk, but I'm good tonight. Lana's on the radio, I always catch her vibe. She's got me dreaming out the windshield, freedom on my mind. I wanna be free, free, free as my love on a drunken night. I wanna be seen, seen, seen like the flame at a concert held high. I wanna be in love with the woman staring back at me every time. I wanna be free, free, free. Now we're at a crowded venue, it's almost midnight. I didn't think that we were going anywhere else tonight. Hold my drink, my best friend tells me she just met a guy. While my eyes stay fixed on the stage, I think I'm changed for life. I wanna be free, free, free as my love on a drunken night. I wanna be seen, seen, seen like the flame at a concert held high. I wanna be in love with the woman staring back at me every time. I wanna be free, free, free. I wanna be free, free, free as my love on a drunken night. I wanna be seen, seen, seen like the flame at a concert held high. I wanna be in love with the woman staring back at me every time. I wanna be free, free, free. I wanna be free, free, free. I wanna be free, free, free. All I have left of you is in a song. I lie in bed thinking of how you were wrong, but I still want your arms wrapped around me. My love fades every single second. I don't want the pain to leave me while I'm breathing, and I love the way you crumble every time you think of me. I had a dream about you last night. Something my mind wanted me to find. It's not that I don't want your love, 'cause you're the one I'm thinking of. But baby, all I have left of you is in a song. The dark skies are corralling up together as you watch my eyes disappear into the heather gray night, and you tell me that you can't go on. I'm gone. I had a dream about you last night. 'Cause you're the one I'm thinking of. But baby, all I have left of you is in a song. Oh, please remember my sweet touch. Remember all my love. Oh, remember my sweet touch for me. Oh, please remember my sweet touch. Remember all my love. Oh, remember my sweet touch for me. I had a dream about you last night. Something my mind wanted me to find. Oh, it's not that I don't want your love, 'cause you're the one I'm thinking of. But baby, all I have left of you is in a song.
That was Liv Noel from Nashville, Tennessee. You can find them on all streaming platforms, all social media. Check them out.
They're a talented group.
Yes. So let's talk about who James Gilley is.
Ooh.
I want to know everything. Where'd you come from? Where are you
man.
going?
Okay.
Tell me all the things.
All right. So James Gilley is 33 right now. At the end of March, on the 27th, I turned 34. I was born and raised in Knoxville. I was born at University of Tennessee, and I was actually raised in this house. Oddly enough, I bought the house from my parents, or my parents invested the house into the business, whichever way you want to look for it. Anyways, I'm paying for it, and
It's a beautiful home.
yeah, I'm paying for it. I almost have it paid off, which is great. I'm really close. I mean, it's just like right on the. I like to say I own this house now because I'm so close. But I was born and raised here. I ran around in all the crowds. I had friends, so I went to A.L. Lots Elementary School. Those kids were split in between Farragut, Bearden, and A.L. Lots. So I knew people from the three major high schools and also West High School. I knew people from all four major high schools in this area. As soon as I was going into 6th grade, I knew people in every school kind of. And I was one of those people that really, I enjoy people. I'm an only child, so I like to say I can morph and fit anybody. I'm like a chameleon almost, is the way I put it. But I enjoy people, and I love. My parents always said that I was always someone that took care of people, and that I enjoy spending time with people. In my earlier years, I hated being alone, so I always hung out with people all the time. My parents always complained about how there was always somebody here that I was hanging out with, or I was always out doing something. In my later years, I'm definitely more of a solitude person. I kind of like being by myself. Maybe that's because the business is always in the spotlight or something like that. I don't know, maybe, who knows? At least that's how I feel. So I was in elementary school. I went to middle school. In middle school, I still, I had now friend groups from 4 different schools at that point. I was going to a church that was downtown, Church Street United Methodist, that's in the center. That's where the convention center is, across from the convention center.
Right.
That big stone church. I grew up in that church, and that church community was a super hardcore melting pot of every school, including Webb and all these other different private schools. I got to know kids from everywhere. Essentially, is what I'm trying to get at. I wouldn't say I was popular, but I felt like I knew a lot of people already at a young age. And then when I went into high school, I kept it, early childhood years or my middle childhood years of being in like sixth through eighth, I met a lot of people and I did a lot of things with a lot of people like anyone does, right? And then of course social media started coming out, and so like you start connecting those directions, right? As soon as I was in high school, I knew a lot more people, and then in high school I played music in high school. I played music all through grade school. When I was in when I was in elementary school, I played piano, and I played in front of 500 people, and I got a standing ovation at a school function thing. And I'll never forget it. I played this song called Moonwalk. I can't remember who it's by. I used to have this piano teacher. Her name was Jerry Douglas, and she's passed away now. She was an awesome lady, and I took piano lessons from her at a young age. And I played piano, and I hated practicing. My parents maybe forced me to practice, and I hated it. I loved playing, and I loved playing music with her because she was fun to play music with, but I hated practicing by myself. When I was in middle school, I switched to from playing piano to playing drums. I started mentoring underneath a guy named Rob Meadows. Rob was a different kind of character. John taught me how to read music as a drummer, and I was taking music from Rush drum lessons at the time, and he was a drummer there. And I despised going to his lessons because he forced me to read music. And I ended up leaving him and going to work with this guy named Rob Meadows. Rob came from a friend, and he would come to your house and he would click on the guitar. He'd play guitar and bring a vocal mic, and he would sing songs and teach you the drum beat and play the drums. I loved that. That is exactly what I wanted to do. I was hooked on it. Very first song I learned was Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC. And ever since then, I was stuck as a drummer. My parents, I'm sure, hated me growing up through the years, and I was playing drums down here before we built this room on, and then this was like a studio for a long time. Playing drums my whole life, got into high school, knew a lot of different people from different schools, which was helpful because I had friend groups like from West that I would hang out with, friends groups from Webb that I would hang out with, and it's mainly through church. I had a lot of church friends, and of course a lot of friends that I grew up with too. Graduated, I was failing high school. I was doing terrible in school. I'm a terrible student. I don't like to study, and I really struggled in school growing up, which sucks. It is what it is. After I stopped playing music with Rob Meadows, I started getting taught by Brian Bodine from 10 Years. That was a dream come true, honestly.
Of course.
10 Years is a iconic hard rock and active rock band from Knoxville, Tennessee. His dad played tennis with my dad, and his name is Vody and Jim. My dad's Jim. Vody is like in his late 90s, and he's still scheduling my dad for tennis matches.
I love that.
Which is crazy.
I absolutely love that.
And I still talk to Brian a lot. Brian is very busy. He has kids. He's on the road a lot. 10 Years is absolutely fucking crushing it still. They pull in a massive crowd every time they play. If you ever get a chance to go see 10 Years, I would highly recommend it. The Knoxville boys, they live in Farragut area and Carnes and Bearden and all in this area. And their families live here. They are a force to be reckoned with. Mm-hmm. I was very blessed for the time that I got to spend with the band and also with Brian, and it really shaped me to who I am now.
Right.
So much to the extent of when I was in college, I had to write an undergraduate thesis, and the thesis talked about how the entertainment industry shifted because of the way people got paid, and the internet came around, and it really destroyed the music industry.
Oh yeah, especially with Napster.
Napster and LimeWire.
Mm-hmm. Oh man,
LimeWire was another one. Then you have now Spotify and Apple Music and Deezer and all these other platforms that still don't pay artists fairly.
Yeah.
Even though it's Spotify's the worst one out of the bunch, but it also has the most clout, which is pretty wild to say that. I'm sure we'll see another shift in the entertainment industry because of AI. I have artists right now contacting me saying that they have all these songs they built on AI and they want to release it. And I'm just like, okay, do it. Well, I need your help. Okay, we'll do it. And so we're putting these AI songs through DistroKid, straight up.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
It's it's a client that wants to do it.
I mean, you do what your clients want, of course, and that's their prerogative.
Right.
Absolutely.
But what's crazy is there's like 1 million songs being released a day right now.
Yes.
Like there was like 750,000 songs being released like 3 or 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And like now it's over 1 million songs being released a day.
Yeah.
You know how gross that is?
Oh.
Like that's
yeah.
crazy, bro. Crazy.
It is crazy.
Like how do you stand out from that, So that's what I struggle with. How do I make people stand out?
Right.
But yeah, so growing up, grew up in this home, had a lot of amazing opportunities that happened. I've always played music as a cover band here in Knoxville and surrounding areas. I had this band called The Ville. It was a top 40 Grammy hit and top 40 and Grammy hit dance band only. And we only played the music that you heard in a bar when a band wasn't there.
Right.
And it spread like wildfire.
I bet it did.
And we were playing shows. We were starting the bar scene, and then we raised our rates higher out than the bar scene could afford, and then we started doing corporate events and weddings, and we were making good money. And then that's when promotion all started, pretty much. So I had all the connections. Like, that's like, people ask me about the, how do you have so many connections on the booking front? I'm just like, well, I was already playing shows before you even thought about building a band.
Right.
Or doing this, or some of these people have been in here for a long time playing music, knowing the same owners, right? But that's kind of the way I worked it.
So before we get into the big idea that is promotion, let's check out some more music. You want to pick one?
Yeah, let's listen to one of your tracks. Throw one of yours on. You're the host of the show. People, if you haven't heard Josie J and Dessert, you should go check them out, or you should freaking go check them out. They are a killer band. So why don't we play one of yours?
Perfect. You got it.
The king of swords, reverse 'cause you can't seem to treat me like the queen, crown shattered on the floor, one cup upside down. Once we were lovers until I discovered no sun in our palace now, releasing demons, fears I can see 'em. You're the fool, I'm the empress, the world is my witness. Remember that you asked for this. I am that witch, I am that witch. I found strength to leave the tower. Saw the stars through the ceiling, the lies and deceiving. I'm taking back my power. 8 swords in my back, breaking chains through the hermit. You know you deserve it. We'll turn upside down, releasing demons. Your fears, I can see 'em. You're the fool, I'm the empress, the world is my witness. Remember that you asked for this. I am that witch, I am that witch. ain't got no shame with the games you play. With you, it's all or nothing for the attention you crave. Not even sorry for the mess that you made. Every time you turn around, something else is to blame. Lining up like dominoes, pulling strings are incredible. Sabotaging when you vote, you deserve an Academy Award. Everybody's happy when your life is in line. One side of trouble and you start with a lie. Everybody's dealing with the shit that you said. Why are you worried about who's in my bed? Lining up like dominoes, pulling strings incredible. Sabotaging when you vote, you deserve an Academy Award. When you're caught, you play the fool. Man, 'cause no one likes your rules. Go find something safe to do. What if we all acted like you? Lining up like dominoes, pulling strings are incredible. Sabotaging when you vote, you deserve an Academy Award. I can give you devotion, I can give you passion, I can give you loyalty, anything you imagine. Playing games is what you want, baby, you ain't got time. Before you step on this field, you better be aligned. Come on, come on. Will you really wanna? Come on, come on. Welcome to the big leagues. Welcome to the big leagues. I can give you devotion, I can give you passion, I can give you loyalty, anything you imagine. Playing games is what you want, baby, you ain't got time. Before you step on this field, you better be aligned. Come on, come on. Will you really wanna? Come on, come on. Welcome to the big league. Welcome to the
thank you for requesting that I play one of my songs.
Definitely, you should. Sure, it is your show. You should totally plug you as much as you can, but also give people, opportunities too. It's important.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
So before we took that quick listening break, you were talking about promotion, but from what I understand, there were things that led up to really start you on your path to start promotion. Can you tell us about that?
Definitely. I'll make it in a quick, brief way. I was playing music a lot. I was touring. I was all over the place. I was the last person that I talked to one of my best friends, and it really destroyed me, I guess is the way I put it. And I was in a place in my life that wasn't always healthy, and so I decided to come off the road at that point and turn my life around. And while I was in college and through those times, I had two other super close friends of mine that I grew up with pass away from overdoses. So from the time I was 21 to the time I was 25, 3 people in my life that I really, really, really cared about and that were I consider some of my best friends growing up are dead.
Right.
And so I had to make a shift in my life to think about the future and not the present.
Of course.
And I also used their death as a motivation to continue my path, is the way I would describe it. In future interviews, I've mentioned this quite a bit. And death is a motivator. I hate saying like death is like a bad thing. It is a bad thing when someone dies, especially depending on how they die.
Yeah.
That's what really changes somebody. When you go through a suicide at a young age, it really sucks, and you go through a bunch of different feelings of sad, depression, and then anger. And then after the anger, you really just cool off and just like try to understand. Mm-hmm. And then, plus with people losing their life for drug addiction and you helping them get clean and then they go back to it, how strong that drug truly is. Yes. And it has a stranglehold on somebody is crazy. And, it put my parents through hell too. I mean, my parents were like, consider these people their kids.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Especially the ones that were on drugs. My parents helped these kids get clean because their parents didn't know what to do. I mean, flat out. It is what it is. So I went through this like time in my life when I was in college really thinking about what do I really want to do. I really wanted to get a business degree. I have the skill set of being able to play the drums and playing to a metronome. And I have the drive to get back on the road and chase that dream. But the financial side is hard.
Yeah.
And like for me as a drummer, I have to rely on everyone else around me. So like when I came off that big situation I was on tour, and I came back and I was in college and I was still touring with country artists, mainly out of Nashville. And I was offering my service as a hired skill. And what I was doing was I was miking up my drum set and I was filming myself in my house. And I was submitting those videos to bands to get back on the road. And then that's when it kind of all clicked for me. And I was just like, okay, I play music in all the places here in Knoxville. I see it the whole is people don't really market themselves well, especially when they have a show. Either they don't know what to post about, they don't know how to do it. So like that was like the empty hole for me, the communication piece between the venue and the artist.
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of maximize that on the booking front. And I'm still trying to grow that, obviously. But yeah, so, going from, I use death as a motivator. I hate saying it that way, but I do feel my friend's presence, especially when I do play the drums. I feel my friend's presence, and I think that they're all proud of me of where I've gotten thus far, but I'm definitely doing it for them because they didn't have the chance to live their life. And they took their life or they died from something crazy, and which was, to me personally, it was a stupid decision. It was a life-altering decision, and it really f***ed everyone here that's still here.
It does.
And that's something that people need to maybe understand, that have those suicidal tendencies and so forth, go get help. And I think people are scared to even just say that about themselves, but getting help is imperative. And then the second thing is life is not that bad. Maybe it's really shitty right now and really bad right now, but life will and can get better, but you also have to change to get there. If you don't change, you're going to be stuck forever.
That's exactly right. And I think it's a wonderful time to bring up that there is help out there and there should be no shame around getting the help that you need.
Correct. 100%.
I myself have gone through addiction, and I have also gone through suicidal ideation
Right.
at a young age, and a lot of it does stem from the first death I experienced when I was 13. My best friend,
There you go.
he passed away from not taking care of his diabetes.
Gotcha.
So, that really changed the trajectory of my life.
Right. When you lose people at a young age, like you look at things differently.
Yes.
And like,
yes.
you went through a medical issue. I went through a suicide. And like it f***ed me up, bro.
Yeah.
You know? And I was a young adult though, 21 years old. I wasn't as young as you were,
Right.
but I was still up and coming. But yeah, so it sucks. Go get help, people. But I'll continue on my little thing here. So I went to Maryville College on a full ride playing drums. I went to Pellissippi. I went to ETSU. I came off the road. I went to ETSU. I flunked out. I suck at school. I was not motivated. My childhood friend was the president of Sigma Chi when I went up for my freshman year when I was at ETSU. And one of my other buddies took a break before he went to school, and then me and him went to school together. And he was successful, and I was not. We were in the same dorm room. We did the whole 9 yards together for a year. He crushed it. I flunked out. I moved back to Knoxville. He transferred to UT because he hated ETSU. So he transferred to UT. I came back to Knoxville and went to Pellissippi. So I did 4 years at Pellissippi, or 3 years, 3.5, something like that. I guess technically I thought it was 4 years, but technically it was 2 years only because I did the school semester and I did summer to get caught up, which sucks. When you do 18 hours of school the first semester, you do another 19 hours of school the second semester, and then you do 13 hours during the summer. And then you go right back into doing 14, 15, 16 hours. And I did that for 2 years straight before I went to Maryville College. I got a full ride to Maryville College playing drums. Obviously, I know how to play drums. I use that as my advantage point. I did not play drums at Pellissippi because I was trying to get a business degree. I didn't care about a music degree. I auditioned for Maryville College, and it was Bill Swan was the music director at the time. I had to do an audition in front of him. I had to hit like 27 or 30 different items within 3 minutes, and that was kind of like how auditions were set up. And I hit everything within about like 60, like a minute to minute and a half. Or less, and then he stopped me halfway through it and was just like, okay, you know how to play the drums. What do you want to do? And I was like, I want a business degree. And then he's like, what do you want to do with your business degree? And I was like, I want to start a music company. And I was like, and I told him what I've done. And he was just like, okay, boom. And he gave me pretty much a full ride. I didn't live on campus. One of my friends from high school, he had a house. He was a junior or a senior at the time when I went to Maryville College. And he just graduated, and he had a house in the historic district, which was right across the road, literally like right across the road, second house on the right. It was a yellow house at the time with green shutters, ugly motherfucker, but it is what it was. And I lived in the basement of that home, and I just walked to class. I never had to drive a car. It was right then and there, right there. I also got a DUI when I was a senior in college, which forced me to not drink alcohol, which helped me graduate because I am a party kid. And I really, truly believe if I didn't get a DUI, I don't know if I would have graduated, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see how that would change the course of everything for you because the time and dedication that you can put towards
Correct.
your work and not partying.
I got an ankle bracelet, so like I couldn't drink.
Right.
It was like house arrest almost.
So it was forced sobriety, but it turned out to be what was best for you.
And I was super lucky because it wasn't in Blount County. Because if it was in Blount County, Maryville College would have kicked me out. But since it was in Knoxville, it was out of their jurisdiction, and I couldn't get kicked out. I had to go talk to the dean of the school and everything.
Lucky.
I know, and they put you in the paper. It is crazy.
So then everybody knows they're trying to make an example of you. Don't drink and drive, kids.
Yeah, don't do that.
They've got Ubers now. We didn't have Ubers at that age.
Uber. So yeah, I graduated from Maryville College. I had to write an undergraduate thesis. My paper was 89 pages long. It has graphs and examples and how the entertainment industry shifted during the internet time and how the sales of the bands went down. And I used 10 years as the example because I had immediate access to them. And I interviewed each band member, and their interviews are in the proposal. And then it has all the analytical data of 10 years since the internet came out until that current time when I graduated, which was in 2015. So it has, data for like 10 years or 15 years of 10 years inside the paper. It won an award. I gave a presentation at graduation. I asked for investors. It didn't go that way. I ended up getting a grant from the college. My parents invested in the company through selling me this home. And then my dad's business partner gave me an investment that I had to pay back. And paying money back at that level sucks when you're 25 years old.
Yes.
And then my parents were like, if you're going to start this business, then we're going to sell you this home and you're going to get an equity loan against it. And if you don't pay it off, you're going to lose everything. And then that's like, oh shit, life is real.
Life is lifey.
Like, life is getting real lifey, like really fast. And I was 25, like I wanted to start this business and like, I didn't know where it was going to take me. I thought like, if I go under, like I'm going to owe people serious money and like it's going to come out of me because it's all, at that time I'm a legal adult. Everything's set up under my name and my social security, and I'm like, it's legit. Like I'm gonna get sued, and I'm gonna get taken down. I'm gonna get my wages garnished. I'm gonna work at Arby's for the rest of my life. like I'm serious. I always told people were like, what are you gonna do if promotion goes under? I was like, I'm gonna pack up a bag and I'm gonna fly to Alaska. And I'm going to get off the grid and I'm going to become a trout fisherman and you'll never hear from me again.
Eat the trout.
I'm going to disappear and you will never hear from James Gilley ever again because I'm going to get as far away I can from social media immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Like out. Like I'm so tired of social media, but it's what my business thrives in.
It is. It absolutely is. So you used the hardships in your life and all that pain and loss, and you really transformed it into fuel to push you forward.
Yeah.
And now you are at a place where you have all these different clients and you have all these different responsibilities, and you've built this for yourself.
Yep.
I think that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I
appreciate it. It is stressful, man.
Of course it's stressful.
It is stressful. It's super stressful. It's
yes.
my girlfriend, bless her to death, she's just like, you work at least 100 hours a week. Every week, all day long, She's like, you sleep barely any, you drink coffee. I'm right now trying to quit smoking vapes. I smoked cigarettes, then I smoked vapes for years, and now I'm on these nicotine toothpicks, and like, it sucks. I want to hit a vape so bad, but I'm trying to stay true to myself. I'm trying to lose weight. I let myself go because I put everyone first for a lot of years, and like, I'm trying to lose weight now and get better in shape slowly when I want to.
So we're seeing the evolution of James Gilley in real time.
Yeah, like, I put my whole life on pause, to make this work. Like, people talk about sacrificing time and sacrificing money and sacrificing, like, knowing that you're not making any money, but you're doing this because you love it and the lifestyle that you get to live. And maybe you might not be bringing home and like all the money in the world, but everything around you is taken care of. Like, it's kind of a weird situation.
But it's so beautiful.
But it works, And my girlfriend, bless her to death, man, but like, balancing my time to fit her schedule and my schedule and my parents' schedule. And then my clients, like I have clients that come here every week. They're staying in this home downstairs, playing shows here, out of town right now. Literally every week, someone's coming in town to do something. We're doing a video shoot. We got photo shoots. I'm traveling to go do content like every weekend. And like, usually right now it'll still be slow, but like this year it's like it already started in February. Like we're cranking it out, So it's like finding the time to balance, to figure it out. I love what I do and I'm super fortunate. I kind of put my life on pause to be able to pull this off because it takes a lot of work to do it.
Of course it does.
And I've gone through, I've dated girls that are like, you're never going to slow down. You're never not going to be in a bar. You're always going to be around women. I don't think I want this for myself. Or you're back on the road, you're playing music on the road and you're doing shit on the road. You're never in Knoxville. I need someone that's here more to be in my life. So I went through a lot of relationships like that too, but like I've had girls beg me to quit playing music and quit doing promotion and go get a real job. Like
the real job.
Go get a real job. And that's because like they're like, you can't afford this at this time. I'm just like, yo, everything's paid for.
Right. If everything is paid for and you're doing what you love, it is a job.
I wish I had more money, and I wish I could, buy whatever I want whenever I want. But you know what? I don't need it.
Exactly.
I'm pretty my mom says I've turned into a very minimalistic person. Like, I don't buy a whole lot of clothes. You will always see me in a ProMotion shirt. I'm a walking billboard.
Yes.
I have 15 ProMotion shirts, and I just rotate them out, right?
There you go.
And I think that's helped a lot with building this brand personally, is me just wearing this shirt. Just constant things. I'm very minimalistic, slowly changing this house away from my parents to stuff that I want. But there's a lot of stuff in here that's I think I'm going to leave that. Because that looks good. That's a nice situation over there.
It's good there.
That fits. Why spend the money? I just live pretty minimalistic.
We're going to listen to some more music.
Let's do it.
This time's a little different around here. We roll the dice on my life from last year. Keep it safe while I'm on the road. Pulling weeds, now I'm coming home. Couple scrapes that's teaching me a lesson. I get it right cause I know God is watching. When I fall, I get up and start again. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Welcome to the good. There's some good talk, put on your daisy. Take it out and dance for a baby. Party on the road full of my love. Till it's deep into the break of dawn, yeah. A church service on a Sunday morning. Family coming with the bonfire going. Sing along as loud as you can. We say, welcome to the good life. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I woke up, it's a beautiful day, so I breathe you in and feel my stress just flow away. And I remember what you did for me, yeah. Somehow it makes me move so freely. And I ain't gotta prove a thing to my Father. He already approves of me. He take my cares away. I got new grace today, and that's enough for me. And now I'm singing. I'm too blessed to be stressed, so I'm singing. We're saying welcome to the good life, yeah.
There's some good talk, put on your daisy. Took it out on the dance floor, baby. Party on the road full of my love. Till step into the break of dawn, yes. A church service on a Sunday morning. Family coming with the bonfire going. Sing along as loud as you can. We say, welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life. God is good, God is gracious all the time.
God is good, God is gracious all the time.
You can have it all, this heart of mine.
You can have it all, this heart of mine.
God is good, God is gracious all the time.
God is good, God is gracious all the time.
You can have it all, this life of mine.
You can have it all, this heart of mine.
This time's a little different around here. We roll the dice on my life from last year. Keep it safe while I'm on the road. You're pulling me, now I'm coming home. Mama always wore her heart on her sleeve. No matter what they did, he forgive him in a heartbeat. She says you better love your neighbor like God loves you. You got big dreams, huge goals, doors knock it down. Bigger price to pay, but baby you gon' come around. Friends come and go, but you can't take them with you. You gon' be okay. You gon' be alright. I am who you say I am. settling myself to keep from future problems. No pieces left when God you promised all. I had enough of the crush and the silence. Oh yeah, yeah. God pricked my heart, He had me contemplate. Better days ahead, I'm gonna compensate for the trust and the faith during darkest time. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be alright. I am who you say I am. Don't you worry about a thing. Kick your feet up, get some motion. Big doors will come and give you some help. The joy comes in the morning and stays up when the sun sets. Look out, world, here I come. Say my troubles don't last once I give them to God. Say you've done enough, now get back to where you're from. I got this confidence and courage from above. Courage from above. And now this memory sparked the dream in me. I'ma go big 'cause I know I weekends, we make plans with every Sunday off limits on. Take a chance in the deep end. The worldwide clock don't stop ticking, no. Feeling like I'm holding on to something heavy. Tuck it out from carrying the hurt of man with me. God's a reason for the season. I'm still seeing nannies in my front porch. When trouble come knocking, God sends a door stopper. I'll take the back seat while you lead my future. Said He's in control, I hope you know. He don't fail, not even close. Weekdays, roll out of bed days. Trying to write it out, my purpose is bigger than I imagine. I can't fathom to gain this world, lose my soul for a second. Started out lost, been led to being broken. I get down on my knees to plead for God to help me. He said, baby, I'll make a way. Do your thing, go be different. I know. When trouble come knocking, God sends a door stopper. I'll take the back seat while you lead my future. Said He's in control, I hope you know. He don't fail, not even close. Not even close, no. Not even close, no. Not even close to forget about me.
That was Michaela Major of Ocean 5 Records. Follow her on all streaming platforms. Tell us about figuring out what was missing between artists and venues.
When I was a musician playing locally here, well, first of all, social media was really pretty heavily, it was really coming into action. Social media was. MySpace was a thing. It was phasing out of MySpace. Facebook was taking over. Even today, Facebook is still the largest platform out there. Everyone hates Facebook. Everyone loves Instagram. Facebook still communicates with more people across the world than any platform globally. So that's just, it's just what it is. People do the whole TikTok thing. People do Instagram. People do Facebook. People do all of them. Snapchat, the whole 9 yards, but Facebook is still the largest out of all of them by a significant amount of people, if you ever look at the analytics. Anyways, the disconnect was venue owners don't know who all the bands are and the good bands, or the people that are really trying to push themselves to that next level who actually care. Venue owners don't know those people because they're busy running a business. When I was playing music, I figured out when I was in the Ville, this was near the end of the Ville, beginning of promotion, all the venues were contacting us for us to play there, but they didn't want to pay the money. And we weren't going to do the shows, but I was best friends with like everybody because they wanted the band to be there because we were young and we made everyone dance, and we also were playing all the music that no one else was playing. And so we stayed busy as shit all the time. Sometimes 3 and 4 nights a week we were playing as a full unit. I found this something we started doing because we're all young is we started using social media marketing. I noticed a noticeable change in difference with the venue owners because every time we were coming in the door, they were really happy that they knew if we were there, they were going to make some money. Mm-hmm. And that was done through marketing. The whole thing was done through marketing. Marketing ourselves, posting shit online, telling people where we're at, even though maybe at that point I wasn't getting as much reach as some of these other, whatever. But like it's all just putting the information out there. And I think like that's where I found the disconnect was like the venue really doesn't market the shows flat out. They book the entertainment, but they really don't market much. Very few venues around here right now book entertainment and don't even accept the freaking event pages that we create for free.
For free.
You don't accept the event pages. That is doing a disservice to your business.
It is. It definitely is. I've noticed myself as an artist.
And I tell that straight to their face. Every time I'm with them in a meeting, I'm like, hey, you are not accepting these. Oh yeah, I know I need to do that. I've just been so busy. Why don't you hire my company just to accept the event pages? Oh, how much would that cost? $100 a month, whatever. Seriously, right. Let me accept these event pages so that your shows get marketed and you make more money.
Oh, and it's so awful on us, the artists.
And then they blame you. Then they blame the artists and say, "Oh, well, they didn't market the show." I'm like, "Did you actually go onto their social media?" No, I did not. Well, let's go on there and look and read and count how many times it's been posted about.
Exactly.
And then they see for the past 3 months, the show's been being marketed through my company on their account.
Yes.
And they're like, "Holy shit!" And I had a venue owner last 2 days ago. He said, "James, I'm up 21% from last year on this month."
And it's because he started accepting.
It's because he started accepting the event pages. I swear to God.
I really bet it is.
But there's more bands here locally that have caught on to the trend of like, hey, we got to social media market our stuff or things don't go as well. The bands that really thrive in that are the ones that are getting paid more money in town. Mm-hmm. And they're playing more consistently. That's just what it is. They're just posting out there a lot. Obviously, quality music goes a long part too, and what kind of style of music you're playing. Mm-hmm. I will say Knoxville is a very 80s, 90s, 2000s radio rock hit. That's what people want to listen to here. They don't care so much about country music. Some people like country music. Mm-hmm. Country music does better as an event. People like soul and funk. A lot of people here like soul and funk. A lot of people here like classic rock, especially that age group between 35 to 70. Those people want to listen to classic rock. And that's the majority of people in the establishment here spending money, and they want to dance.
They want to dance.
You got to be a dance band of some sort in this town, or it's really hard to make it. I tell people that too. Of course you can do the whole countryside and do that whole 9 yards, but it's more of a listening time.
Yes.
So I think people change and people do different things, and the era's changed with time, but with me personally, I had, you know, back to like square one, like I had a lot of connections when I started promotion. That helped a lot. People trusted me because I was making them a lot of money.
Right.
That's the thing. Make people money, they keep you around.
Yeah, and you adapted to everything that you saw, everything
And I'm
you
young.
experienced.
The other thing too that I have on a lot of people, I feel like, is the fact that I'm young, and people like helping young people.
Yeah.
And they like seeing someone chase after their dream because they're trying to chase after their dream. And I've been told by a lot of business owners, like, if you were older, I probably wouldn't give you the time of the day. But the fact that you're so young and you're so organized, that's the thing. Being organized gets you far. You know, it gets you really far. And that's, I think the organization side comes from my mother, and like the skill set of my father is more of like the salesman style, energetic, happy, fun-loving. That's just like my dad. You know, my mom is more the organization piece.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, I
that's
could
like
see that.
where I get
could
that
see
from my parents. You know, God bless their soul. I love them.
Yeah, they're wonderful people. For those of you who don't know, James's parents are incredible. I have met them. I have spent time with them. We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're definitely they're go-getters, and they don't fuck around. And they never have. I mean, they have helped me, but they have not just blankly given me money.
They're about the business.
They've made me work for it, like 100%. My dad is my business partner, and all he sees is that bottom line. He doesn't give a shit about anything else. He doesn't care. He strictly, with promotion, looks at the bottom line every month. That's it. He doesn't care about anything else. All he sees is numbers.
Right.
Like he might see like a cool post or something we did, and he's like, "Oh, that's amazing, good job." But you know, this month sucked because you didn't make a lot of money. Last month you did better. What are you doing? That's the conversations I get with my parents.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest challenges that you face with promotion?
I need to travel more to make more connections in other places. That's one thing. I need to be behind a computer more. I need to manage my stress level better and my eating habits better, just to become a feeling better. There's a fine line that I walk, you know, of like working myself to death or not. I am coming out of the slow season, so I'm about to really, really crank it for the next like 8 months, 9 months. Right. I'm probably not going to take a vacation for a while. I am going to take a break in April, just for about a week, and then after that, it's like full blast.
Yeah.
And that's the way the entertainment industry works.
It never stops.
It never stops. So just always consistent money coming through. That's important to have. You know, I do have associates that I pay for that are on salary. So I got to make things meet. I got insurance, got payment for the home, you know, all the stuff in between, right? Or the whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because life still goes on outside of promotion.
Yeah, life goes on, bills keep on going on. So I think, you know, always the money side is always a struggle point with any business, I think. Maybe not for some others. I think the more money you have, the more problems you got too. So trying to just keep something manageable for me personally. You know, other things I struggle with, the balance between my work life and my personal life, actually setting time aside for my personal life. That's something that I've been working on. That's really hard to do, especially when everyone calls you for everything or asks you questions for everything.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just simply just trying to live my life the way I want to do it. Trying to see my parents more, my grandparents. My granddad's about to turn 99, so trying to spend more time with him. And, you know, just trying to balance my life better. I think balance is the hardest thing for me right now. And it is about to ramp up pretty hard, so I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to balance things better moving forward.
Yeah, balance is key.
Yeah, definitely. And that's where I have to make sure I get 8 hours of sleep. I'm trying to build my communication skills better with everybody. I feel like in the past I've kind of struggled with that, but like now I feel like I've turned over a new leaf this year. Like it's 9 years, like this is a big deal for me. Like next year is 10 years that I've been doing this. And that really like set in hard. You know, like we got to the 9-year mark and Josh and I were like, let's take the day off and let's just go out to eat and just go enjoy some things, you know, because Josh has been here for 9 years too. And so like we just went out and had fun and kind of just went out and did our thing together and, you know, and go get a nice scotch somewhere or whiskey or Japanese bourbon whiskey, what he likes or whatever, you know, let's go out and like treat ourselves. And like we were just sitting there, we looked at each other, we just started laughing. We're just like, we made it for 9 years doing this? Like what's going on? Like how are we doing this? And like how are we both still like surviving off of this? And you know, Sam is too. You know, Sam is getting paid every 15 days. And I got Clay, I got Cam, I got Scott, I got Cam and Cameron, Camille and Cameron, and Scott and Jason Dove and Langan and Katie Murphy, Zach and Amy. You know, like it's like, dude, I'm paying for a bunch of people right now.
You're paying
like,
a lot of people.
Like I'm paying for a lot of shit. and it sucks, but I'm
It
doing
has
it.
to be done. To keep doing what you do, it has
Growing.
to be done.
It has to grow, and the only way to grow is by paying people and forcing yourself to become better.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
when we come back, I really want to talk about the importance of radical honesty. Let's listen to a song.
Let's do that.
where my heart can relax. I'm going to, there's no way that I'll ever go back. I'm going to a place where my soul can be free. I'm going to, there's no way you can take this from me. For goodness sake, I can't complain when a wave comes on this strong. I got a feeling that I can't explain, but it turns me right from wrong. If you would you free yourself from the pain deep down inside? Stop me as a human race, and the wave I breeze goodbye. But do you feel good? Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Because the feel good sets you free. Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Cause the feel good sets you free. I said now. It's a road to revolution. It's a way to unlock doors. Supersonic good vibrations to lead you on to something more. Oh yeah, to feel good. Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Because the feel good sets you free. Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Because the feel good sets you free. I said now. Yeah, do you feel good? Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Because the feel good sets you free. Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Because the feel good sets you free.
That was Sammy T and the Sunny D. Follow them everywhere. So before we took that listening break, we were talking about radical honesty and the importance of communication. So
Yep.
tell me how you're working on that.
Well, definitely setting expectations is important, especially in this industry. A lot of people get me confused with just being a booking agency, and the first thing I say to everybody I get out first before any conversation starts. I say, if you are looking for a full-time booking agent, I am probably not going to be your guy. Mm-hmm. And they say, well, what do you mean? I say, yeah, I do book a lot of shows, but if you are looking for a full-time booking agent, I got way too much shit on my plate to be your full-time booking agent.
Yes.
And the only way I'm going to be your full-time booking agent is if you pay me a lot of money per month to sit behind a computer, because my time is valuable. And that's just what I get off right from the get-go, right from the start, like straight up.
You set the expectation, and now you're moving forward in the conversation.
Now I'm moving
with
forward in
that
the conversation. I say, promotion focuses on content creation, social media management, posting, and booking. Everyone comes to me and wants to get booked. I need your social media to be better to be booked. That's how I work.
So then you have an expectation double down that you do after that.
I have to, and then I explain how the booking side works. I think a lot of people get really confused on how the booking side works until you've been a client of mine like you have been for 4 years.
Yes.
As you know, is that my contracts usually pay for themselves through
They do.
through the shows that I book. People are like, what the hell does that mean? And I'm just like, here we go down the rabbit hole every time. And I explain it like this. I say, this is a hypothetical situation, and I also put this exact example in their contracts and in their proposals right now, and it stays in that motherfucker, so they understand from day one. I always say, hypothetically, let's say I book you $10,000 in shows in this next year's contract for content creation, social media management tools, and I book you in your contract's $5,000 over this next year, so I book you $5,000 more than what you're paying me. I take 10% of the profit made off the agreement. And that means my goal is to pay for myself.
Yes.
And then they say, well, how does that work? And I say, I track all the shows, and it's based off the show payouts. So yeah, 1 month you might be hitting $700, $800, $1,000 a month. Next month you might only have $200 a month. Well, guess what? You still got to pay me.
Yeah.
It's not like the show is the cherry on top. It's you're paying me for content creation, social media marketing services. And the other thing, too, is that I don't have to book you. No guarantees that I'm going to book you. There's no assurance that I will book you. Even in my contract, it says there's no assurance that I will book you, but I will try to get up to 25% of your contract value. If it goes past 25% and hits 100% balance, then I get 10% of the profit. It states that in the contract.
So you're tripling down on expectations now.
Yeah, and people fight me tooth and nail on that. I said, listen, man. I said, this is a content creation, social media management contract. If you don't understand that, then this will not work.
Yeah.
I just tell it to them like that.
Yeah, you have to.
I try to be as brutally honest as possible. I also have, right from the get-go, I have the conversation of, what really are you? Are you an all-original artist? Are you a cover band? Are you a cover band that fuels your original side? Or are you a tribute artist? And I need that defined first before we can move forward.
Absolutely.
Because that changes the scope of the work. If you're just strictly a cover artist and a tribute artist, in my baseline proposal, really the first 3 or 4 packages will fit you. If you are an original artist and you really want to go down that artist development side with the content creation, music videos, reels, graphic side, music distribution, video distribution, all these other things, then that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, it really is.
And then you have to understand that that side is an investment for your future. And if you can't wrap your head around that as an investment, it's not going to work. Because it is hard to make an original artist that is a nobody original artist successful.
Exactly, because nobody knows who they are.
It takes years to grow somebody like that. People come to me, they're like, I want to be like Josi J. I want to be like Zach Saltz. I want to be like Skyway 61. I want to be like the people that you've been working with for 5 years. I want to be like King's Reign. They've been with me they just signed their 6-year agreement. Like this contract is their 6 years they've been with me. Or I want to be like Billy Mack, solo artist. He's been with me for 4 years. Like these people have been with me for a long time. There's a reason why they're at a different level.
Yeah, it's the work.
And there's a reason why they add a different audio quality when they come in the door. Because they've invested in themselves to making them sound good. They practice every week. They care about their craft. When they come out and play a show, they want you to be like, holy shit.
Yes.
And also, most of these bands are show bands. They are not a bar cover band, except for King's Reign. They are a bar cover band. But he wants to get out of this shit too because there's no money in it.
Right.
There's money in it to make it to a certain point. But there's no reason to, the way he explained it to me, which he finally understood what I'm trying to say, is you take quality over quantity. And when you do quality shows, more people show out.
That's exactly right.
And if you get more people to show out, guess what? You're making more money.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Flat out. But it is an investment. I'm not out here to promise the world to somebody, and I can't promise the world to somebody. I can't come out to you and say, I think that song could be a fucking Grammy hit. Let's try to make it a Grammy hit. Let's try to see how far we can take this song.
Yeah.
The other thing too is that people need to understand that my company is really cheap compared to what it really is.
Oh, yeah, the value is there. You have done a phenomenal job of showing and proving to everyone how valuable your services are. And I say that as a client.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I also say it as a businesswoman who knows how you run things, and I've seen everything firsthand on how everything's structured within your company.
And I'm not perfect. I make
No,
mistakes.
but you do a wonderful job.
You know, I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I do own up. When I fuck up, I own up. And I think a lot of people can't own up to things.
Well, that's part of being honest.
You know, like...
Being honest with yourself, being honest with
like,
the other
you know,
person.
we were just on that quick break, and I get a call from a client or a call from a venue, and like, they want to cancel the show this weekend. Well, this person's coming in from out of town, and I have them booked on another show from out of town. You know, so like, I got to figure something out for them to do. I got to figure out where to put them.
Yeah.
Or I got to call and be like, hey, this just happened. And they're going to be like, what the f***, man? And I'll be like, yeah, you're fucking telling me what the f***. So, you know, I got to figure it out. It is what it is.
It's a lot of juggling, a lot of balancing. So let's talk about how you're a vampire.
Okay.
I would love that, because I too have a tendency.
As I drink coffee, I'm a vampire. Trust me. It's my third cup of coffee today.
And you're sitting in the sun.
Yeah, I like the sun. Sun makes me feel good. We could go out there and sit too. Yeah, so vampire lifestyle. So my parents say that I live a backwards life. My girlfriend says that I live a backwards life. My grandparents say, what the hell are you doing, boy? You live in a backwards life. You're sleeping the day away. And so here's my vampire lifestyle. I go to sleep around 4:35 a.m. I sleep until most days 10:30, 11:30, somewhere in there. Depends on how late I work. I wake up, I take a shower, and I grind.
Yes.
I do take a nap at really like 4:30 to 4:45 almost every day until 5:30, 6. And then as soon as 6 o'clock hits, my phone rings off the hook until around 12. Most of my clients have day jobs. So if they're contacting the group, if they hit the group chat, then my associates are up working, and they're either at the house or at their house, and they're working for me. I'm not working during those hours. I'm working on the hours that they are asleep. So every day, this is what I do. I wake up 10:30, 11. Today I got up at 9 for some reason. I guess I was just ready to get on it. I went to sleep at 5, so I slept 4 hours, you know, not a whole lot of sleep.
That explains the coffee.
That explains the coffee. I'm just on it. I'm just like excited. And I have a really good feeling about this year. Like I'm ready.
It's already a good year.
Yeah.
It's already a
crazy.
good
It's already
year.
March. It's wild. Things are flying by. But I'm just excited about it, right? So like it's hard for me to sleep. And I woke up, I took a shower. As soon as I take a shower, my light switch turns on. You know, I came in here, made a coffee, did my thing, ate some food, go on the computer, did finances. I do finances every morning. I do finances before I do anything. And then I get started with the day. I get on the computer, do finances, and then I start looking through all the messages from last night and other things that I need to complete before 1:30, 2 o'clock hits. 1:30, 2 o'clock hits, my clients start contacting me directly, usually through phone call or text me directly. I've been telling people to not text me. If it can go in the group chat, put it in the group chat.
Right.
Don't hit me up directly with it. If people hit me up directly with it, sometimes I forget. If it's in the group chat, I'll see it.
Yeah.
You know, so I try to get everyone to use those group chats. You know, I work throughout the day. I usually do booking, build proposals, build contracts, do calls. I was on the phone for 9 hours yesterday.
Ugh.
That's rough for a lot of people to even comprehend.
That's dedication too.
And that's with art. You know, Monday and Tuesday nights I do. That's when I do conference calls with artists. You know, that I usually work with a lot of. You know, manage is the way I put it. That's when I'm doing calls with people at night, and I'm also balancing that between everybody else. I take a nap. My brain gets really fucking tired. I get really exhausted between like 4:45 and 6, so I usually take a break to eat dinner and then take a nap or relax. And then as soon as like 6:37 hits, I'm back on the phone, back on the grind into around 4,
Yeah.
3 most days. In that time frame, again, doing booking calls and contract and proposals. I don't have an assistant. So
And you need one.
I do not have an assistant. And I build all the contracts and I do all the proposals, and they're all custom built. I also do meetings. I usually set my meetings, throughout the day between like 11 and 4 if someone wants to meet with me, or at night, of course. But I do try to take time off for myself in between days. Do not contact me between the time of 5 a.m. and 11 because I'm not going to answer you. Unless it's an absolute emergency, then you can call me more than once. But if it's not, and you call me, I'm not going to pick up. Mm-hmm. That's when I take my time for myself, which is not a lot of time. So that makes me a vampire. On the weekends, I stay up even later because I'm running concerts. Like this weekend, I had like 30-something shows booked.
Oh, my goodness.
And some of these shows run until 2 a.m. So if they're running that late, I got to be up to deal with the issues. Hopefully there's no problems and no one calls me. But if they do, I got to be up.
Yeah.
So, there's that going on too. So on the weekends, I sleep in longer. I try to stay in bed as much as I can. I like my bed. My bed's super comfortable. If I don't have to get out of bed, I'm down. But I do force myself to get up. I do wear comfy pants and shit around my house quite a bit, but I try to also dress to impress sometimes when I have to. So that's my vampire lifestyle.
I like your vampire lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you're setting boundaries this year.
I need to set some boundaries. I still am true and hardcore dedicated to the people that I manage, like you. Like, you can call me at any time of the day. I'll probably pick up, or I'll tell you to piss off, one or two. And you know how I work. And you kind of work. Your sleep schedule is a little bit, you have kids, but you still relax in the morning and stuff. So
I definitely do. I don't want to work until I've had at least a cup of coffee and enough time to sit and think to myself, what do I have to do today? And you see, I've got my planner, and I carry a notebook with me and my laptop.
I can't write. I used to write everything down, but I lose it. So I started putting everything in a Google Calendar.
See, I have everything in a calendar too, and I use Google Docs a lot.
Yeah, same.
Especially when I'm trying to work as a team with somebody.
It's the best way to do it.
It really is.
And
it
it's
really
free.
is.
Well, it's not free. I mean, it is free unless you buy the extra storage.
I have to be able to sit down and really put my ideas on paper and write it down physically. So I know this is exactly what I have to do today. This is why.
Right.
This is my deadline.
Right.
Because I have a million things to juggle. Let's listen to some music.
Let's do that.
You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel heart. Somewhere along the way, you lost vision. You took for your own possession.
That was Radio KCM's very own local honey, Becky Grace. Find her on all streaming platforms, all social media, and tune in to Local Honey Radio. Okay, so James, it's time for the hot seat.
All right.
So in the hot seat, I'm going to ask you either or this or that question, and I want you to answer as quickly as possible, and then we'll move on.
Okay.
Analog or digital?
Digital.
Studio recording or live performance?
Live performance.
Major label or DIY?
Depends.
Ooh. Streaming or physical vinyl?
Depends on what you're going for.
Touring or session work?
Touring.
A great melody or a great lyric?
Both.
Leading with your head or your heart?
Depends on the day and depends on the artist, depends on the person. You really lead with your head most of the time. Smart moves.
Speed and action or careful perfection?
Careful perfection.
Efficiency or vision and direction?
Vision.
A team of specialists or a team of generalists?
Team of specialists.
Remote.
And a couple journalists on it.
Oh, I like that.
A little mix.
Remote work or in-office collaboration?
Remote.
Okay. So
And in office.
both, a hybrid.
Conference calls.
So what is one app or piece of software you use every single day?
Google.
What is your go-to strategy for beating creative burnout?
Sleep.
What is one industry trend you wish would disappear?
Gatekeepers.
Final question. What is the best piece of advice that you can leave with our listeners today?
If you have a dream and you have a goal, you can get there. Success is defined as how happy you are. And if you truly believe in yourself and you can get the right people behind you, nothing can really stop you. You also have to, it's imperative. If you're going to do something in this world, you need a strong team of people. You cannot do everything by yourself. And you can try to do everything by yourself, and you'll make it a long time working by yourself, but you will get stuck. And it's important to also treat people with kindness and try to do the right thing as best you can. Making the relationships, life is about building relationships. You really want to be successful and be and go places, build relationships. But yeah, so adapting to change and making it work.
I think that's beautiful, and that's absolutely what this is all about, is being able to...
Also, don't be scared to fall.
Yeah.
Biggest thing, though, for people, if you have a dream, chase it. And if you don't have a dream, you should have a dream, because if you don't have a dream, you're not living.
If you don't have a dream, you're not living.
Yeah.
I love that.
You got to have something that motivates you, because you'll get burned out with life. And I saw that with my friends. And I don't want people to live that way. And I think life is hard for me. And I know it's hard for you.
It's hard for all of us.
Right.
We've all come from our different backgrounds and different experiences, but we've all struggled.
Hey, I'm James Gilley. I want to say thank you, Josie J, and Creative Evolution for having me on this show. The entertainment industry is hard, and it's ever-changing all the time. I think it's what you're doing is a valuable thing for a musician and for even a business owner. Getting the word out there to whatever people this goes to is beneficial for everybody. Thank you again for having me, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. I'm always here to support you, and wherever you want to go, let me know how I can help you. Anyone out there that's listening to this podcast today, my name is James Gilley. I am the owner and operator and CEO of Pro Motion LLC, based out of Knoxville, Tennessee. You can contact me via Facebook or social media. I run the back ends of those social medias. That is at Pro Motion LLC, capital P, capital M. You can email me at jamesgilley, Gilley, .promotion@gmail.com, or you can call me 865-898-6018. If I do not pick up, do leave me a message. I will call you back. I know that is a rare thing today, but that is something that I do. If I don't know your number, do shoot me a text. Say, hey, this is so-and-so and so forth, and I'll also respond that way. I'm fortunate about what I do. I'm lucky to do what I've been able to pull off for so many years. I'm excited about the future. I would love to be part of your journey. And if you would like to be part of my journey, I'm here to help you guys any way I can. My goal is to make heads roll and get the word out and have fun doing it. So catch you around, follow the business. I'm on there constantly. I'm super excited about 2026 and 2027 and the years to come. Stay tuned. Again, thank you so much for having me. Oh, last thing. If you don't, go listen to Josie J and Dessert. And this is Josie's podcast. If you do not go listen to Josie J and Dessert, you are doing yourself a disservice.
Thank you.
And they are coming out of Knoxville, Tennessee. They are a killer, phenomenal, talented group. I've had them open up for some of the largest international stars throughout these years, and you should check this band out. They are a force to be reckoned with.
We love you, James.
Yeah, definitely, dude. You're a killer.
And that wraps up our conversation with James Gilley. A huge, huge thank you to James for sharing his blueprint with us today. Remember his biggest piece of advice: the only way to build a sustainable music business is to set clear expectations, stay organized, and always go above and beyond. James and I also spoke about the importance of reaching out if you're struggling with addiction or having suicidal thoughts. If you or someone you know needs support, please know you don't have to go through it alone. And there is absolutely no shame in reaching out for help. You can reach the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline by calling or texting 988, or you can call the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP. That's 4357. Let's give a huge shout out to the incredible independent artists we featured during today's music breaks: Liv Noel, Sammy T and the Sunny D, Michaela Major, Becky Grace, and my own band, Josie J and Dessert. You can find all the links to support their music right down in the show notes. A special thank you to Radio KCM for broadcasting our show and providing a platform that supports independent artists and the Knoxville community. Be sure to find Creative Evolution on social media. Link is in the description, and if you're looking for us, Creative Evolution. I'm Josie J, and until next week, your time to evolve starts right now.
Can we do it?